and welcome back to my channel. Today is wash day and today I wanted to do some mini twists. That was the original plan. I'm gonna still stick to it, but listen, I'm not gonna be doing too much talking in this video because I just got a wave of tiredness that rushed over me, so I don't even feel like doing this, but I'm gonna do it because I said I was gonna do it. And you know, it'll give me like a good hairstyle to hold for the whole week and I can style it and all that good stuff. But before we get into the video, I just want to thank all my returning subscribers and hello to all my new subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, this is the product that I'm using. I did not want to use a gel to do my mini twists because I didn't want them to shrink back up, but my hair is still wet, so it's going to shrink just a little bit and I'm kind of okay with that, but I don't want like the crunch. And a lot of times when I do my mini twist and I use gel, I'll get a crunch, blah blah blah. Y'all know how that goes. So I googled, I was like trying to find like the good cream out there, but yo, some of these creams are super expensive. Like one that came up was like $20 something for one container. I'm not doing that. I'm just not for an experiment to see if I like it. Like I gotta already know the product works if I'm gonna spend that kind of coin. So this was another one that came up on the list, was really good, but it was like a fraction of the price. We're going with Cream of Nature Twisting Cream. The smell, it smells all right. I thought it was gonna smell like way more honeyish, but it doesn't. But if you use this, I mean, hopefully you had like good results with it. That's what I'm gonna use, and that's it. I have a three-way mirror, so I am gonna use that to help with parting. Although I'm not doing a lot of parting. The front and the sides, I'm probably gonna focus more so on the parting. The back, I may just focus on like the first bottom row. After that, I'm gonna just be finger feeling because that's the part that takes so long. I'm sorry, I hate when water drips on me, like it drives me crazy, but again, my hair is wet. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm just not focusing on the parting because that's just gonna take too long and I just don't feel like doing it. I want them to be mini, but I don't want them to be super skinny. And I know my hair looks thick and it is relatively, but for some reason when I put them in twists, they just get really small and I'm trying to get those chunky twists. So I think I'm gonna have to make the sections a little bit bigger than what I normally do, so that they'll just kind of like, you know, they'll puff out the way that I want them to look. I have a certain look in my head, but if my hair doesn't do that, then my hair just doesn't do that. Like, and I'm all right with that. But let me get my mirror. This is the mirror that I use, three-way mirror. I got this from Amazon. This is what it looks like. This is the brand name. Well, there is no brand name. It just says cosmetic mirror and it's three-way. You see? We got 1, 2, and we got 3. And I use this when I do my passing twist. They came out fine. The only problem that I have with it is that when you're trying to set it up, normally I'll put it right here because I had different pictures, so I was able to hang it. I changed it to these pictures, so this mirror is too heavy for the weight of these pictures. So I gotta hang it on the door, which kind of gets in the way with, you know, being able to match it up to the mirror that's in front of me. So that's another reason why, like, I'm not focusing too much on the parting, but I will towards the front and the sides, just because you're gonna see that more so. I'm trying to open it so I can show y'all. There it is. For those who haven't seen it or don't know what it looks like, that's how it looks. See, you have 3 sections. You can open them as far as you want. That's my camera setup. You can, you know, like that, close them, all of that good stuff. So, and then the hooks, ooh, the hooks just look like this. And you can, you know, make them as long as you need to make them or as short as you need to make them. And you just hook them on and that's it. It's real easy. So, you know, for people who struggle with parting, I highly suggest you go ahead and get that. All right, I'm almost out of this. My rice water spray, I probably have like maybe that much left. Stuff goes fast, but luckily it's not that expensive. So, get this in here. I think I use this 2 to 3 times a day. Whatever the package says, I think it says you're supposed to use it. Yes, it says several times a day. So I use like 2 to 3 when I remember. And that's another reason why it goes so fast. All right, I got that. And because I don't know if this is gonna give me some shine, I'm gonna put a little bit of oil on each section when I'm twisting it because I don't want dry looking twists. I have a leave-in conditioner in right now, but that's not the same thing as an oil. So the only oil that I have right now is the Mayel Organics, the rosemary mint oil. This is the only one. And I grease my scalp with this too. So that's the oil that I'm gonna use. So for right now, just for the front one, I'm gonna part it down the middle, all right? Because I wanna be able to, if I wanna flip my braids, I wanna be able to do that. And I feel like if I part it on the sides, I'm only gonna be able to flip it this way. I mean, I don't know, because the way that I start my twist, I braid them first and then I twist. because to me it makes the style last longer. It makes the roots flatter. If you have puffy roots, that's a little trick. You can just, you know, braid it like that much down, like maybe 2 or 3 braids, and then you can go ahead and start twisting. Some people call it a braiding curl, but for me a braiding curl is you braid it like halfway down and then you start, you know, twisting it that way. But that's why I've always done my twist, and it works. So, and then I'm gonna go just part ear to ear. Okay, just kind of neaten that part up. Again, this is really the only section that I'm not gonna say that I care about, but the ones where I kind of want the parts a little bit straight. And I won't need to use the mirror for this part because I can see it. So that's a good thing. And I was struggling with a hairstyle to figure out what I was gonna do to my hair this week. And of course, TikTok, this is all I saw. I don't know what it was. I wasn't even talking about mini twists, but this is all I saw on my timeline. I was like, all right, I'll do it. That's clearly somebody's telling me to put mini twist in my head. Clearly. So I will do it. And what time is it? It's 2:30, 2:34. So we're gonna see how long this takes. Again, I'm super tired. I need a nap, but we're just gonna go ahead and get this out the way. And this is why I hate parting, because it takes forever for me to get them super straight. All right, so that looks good. I'm gonna start with the back first because that's the part that I struggle with the most, and in terms of visibility and all of that. So I'll start with that. Go ahead and set up my mirror. Man, I wish I could hook it up onto this. I really wish I could hook it up to this, but it's too low, so I won't be able to, you know, to see it. It really needs to be right there, but I don't have anything. Oh, you know what? I have nails because these pictures are on nails. I wonder if I can hang it up on the nails. Let's try it and see. Is it on nails? It is. I never thought about that because it would be so much easier right here. And I still never took the plastic off. I told you I'm one of them people, like I keep the, because I have so much gook on my hands from when I'm washing my hair, and I don't know. I just don't take it off. Okay, turn this around. And let's see. I have to turn it sideways. One here. No. How are these hooks not even? How? How is that possible? First of all, they're too long. I don't understand how these, oh, because I have one picture up higher than the other. That's right. That makes sense. All right. So we got it. Perfect. So I just gotta move it so that I can see the back of my head. But see, it's in the middle, so I really can't see. I need to be over. Oh no, this one is perfect. Here we go. All right. Now we talking. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now we are talking. Is that straight, y'all? No, I don't think so. I feel like it's up. All right, that's as straight as we can get it. You see what I'm talking about? Oh my God, why does it look so bright? Okay, it's fixed now. I think it was bouncing off the the mirror. Brush this section out. Right. Oh, it works better if you look at it from this angle. Oh, shoot. I tell you, you live and you learn, right? You live and you learn. I'm just doing a regular, you know, 3-strand braid on the root. And this, as I said before, it keeps the style longer and it actually elongates the hair. Right? So you come down about that far and then you just split it into 2 and then you twist. And that's it. And it's a little frizzy, but it's natural hair. That's what it is. When I get to the bottom, I want the bottom to curl. So I'm gonna just put a little bit of gel on it. All right, the whole back row is done. So this right here is about the width that I want them to be. You see, it's not too small, it's not too big. That real skinny look, I don't like the way it looks. And then remember how I told y'all that I just kind of like dust the ends if I have a, like right on the end, if it's kind of straight or if it's not curled. I do this in twist because to me it's just easier for me to see. And then I'm just gonna snip it right off so that you want a blunt twist. That's the way you, a blunt curl. That's the way you want it to look on the bottom. If you have anything that does not look like that, it's stringy, cut it off. I know it's probably, you feel like it's counterproductive, like, yo, I'm losing my inches and all of that, but trust me, we want to do health over length. Always remember that because the hair is going to grow no matter what. But if your ends are crappy, you're not going to retain the length. So therefore, you're not going to see any growth anyway. So you might as well cut it off so that it can grow back healthy. Because growing stringy, all that's going to do, that's just damaged hair from whatever. And it's split ends. What happens with a split end? It's going to travel up that hair shaft and then all of your hair is going to start breaking off. So I'd rather cut it when it's small versus letting it manifest into a huge, a huge problem. So this back row has four twists. And we're just going to keep going from there. I don't know when I'm going to start parting again in the back, if I am at all. I'm probably just going to finger feel. When I get to the front and when I get to the sides, those are going to probably be parts. Maybe, maybe not. Because I really don't want the parted look. I feel like when you part, that's what shows all the spaces, right? And I'm trying to make it look, filled in, if that makes sense. So when you have parts, it's kind of hard to do that. I don't know. I know what I'm trying to say, but maybe I'm not like explaining it correctly. When you have like, if I was using like weave in my hair, if I was doing like passion twist or box braid, something like that, then yes, absolutely. I feel like you want a part because you want it to look nice and neat and defined. But I feel like when you're doing mini twist on your natural hair, the objective is to make it look as natural as possible, right? So that means that if it's okay with you, you don't really need the parts to be, definitive. So we just kind of feel, you get a section, and it does, this is what I just did, this is what the part looks like. And we're just gonna go from there. I don't know, I think they're still gonna look nice. But I just don't feel like doing the parting. I really don't. All right. So you always want to detangle. Start at the bottom, work your way up. A little cream. And then we just get going. And hope that it don't shrink up too much when it dries. But we know it is. But it's all right. Shrinkage is your friend. If you didn't know, now you know. Shrinkage means your hair is healthy. That's why it has elasticity, which causes it to shrink up. Once it, when it dries. That's what shrinkage means. So don't beat yourself over the head when you having it and you're like, oh my gosh. Just means your hair is healthy. And then just twist normal. That's it. So this is all I'm gonna do. And see, that's a good, it looks kind of thin, but it really doesn't. So that means when it dries, I know it's gonna puff up a little bit more, which is exactly what I wanted. So, get a little bit of gel, and then we're gonna have that end curl. All right, so that's what that looks like. And then we're just gonna go from there. That's it. I'll be in and out. That's all I can say. Y'all know I'm not gonna film all of this. When I get to the front, that's when I'm gonna film the majority of it. But as far as the back, we're gonna go in and out. I'll pop in when I need to say something, if I need to say something. But for the most part, I'm gonna throw some music on. I'm gonna speed it up. Y'all know how I do. So I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Hey, feeling young, but they treat
knowing me, and I'm too about it. And the dirt that they threw on my name turned to soil, and I grew about it. Time for y'all to figure out what y'all gon' do about it. Big wheels keep rolling, rolling. Outside, 29.
All right, so just from doing these little bit of twists, I can say, and using this cream seems to be very moisturizing. I know my hair is still wet, but I can just tell like it has a lot of good slip, a lot of good moisture. The real test will be once the hair dries, how it feels, and when I take it down. Because if you moisturize your hair properly when you're doing like a protective style, I wouldn't call these a protective style. It's like it is, but it isn't, because in order for it to be a true protective style, your ends need to be tucked away. My ends are still going to be out even though my hair is twisted. This is what you call a low manipulation hairstyle or low maintenance hairstyle, because my hair is in twist, so I don't got to sit there and manipulate it throughout the week, but the ends are still out, so they're still not technically protected, right? Protected would be if you got actual braids in your hair with weave because your hair is tucked into it, or if you have your hair in a bun, something where your hair is not out in the elements. But when you do your takedown from your braids and from your twist, and if your hands are like, you know, kind of greasy, your hair still feels soft, that means you moisturized it properly before you put your protective style in. So from just that point, right now it feels like my hair is going to be like that, which I love, because then that means I don't have to put too much, you know, while I have this style on my hair. You still want to moisturize while you have your style in, but I can tell that for right now anyway, it feels like it's, you know, it's good. So I'm liking it. I'm definitely liking it. All right, back to the music. When I tell y'all I'm tired, wow. I have one section left and then we'll be done with it. My back is killing me. But yeah, so this is where we are with things. This is the part where I said I'm actually caring about what the parts look like. The back doesn't look too terrible, but you can definitely tell that I didn't give the same TLC to the back as I did the front. But the back is not my business, so. Obviously, I like the front better than the back, but, you know, it's not terrible. It's just the parting, or lack thereof, in the back. But it's all right. I might have to put some rollers, like some perm rods on the ends of these, only because they're so thin towards the bottom, and it looks stringy. I'm not going to cut it, because I know that that's not, like, damaged hair or anything like that. It's just because it's twisted so thin that it's gonna be straight because it's thin, if that makes sense. So this is where we are. Let me take this out. I just put this little clip on here to kind of bring some weight because it was trying to shrink back up while I was doing it, and so that stretched it, or kept it stretched. So this is where we are. But you see the difference? You see how the back, it's not terrible, but it's like it's more spaced out in the back because the parts were not, you know, as neat as they were in the front. But this is what the front looks like, the sides and everything. So I'm probably gonna put it up, like the front part, in a ponytail anyway, whatever. We're gonna make it look cute. Let me put my little clips in there. And I think I wanna do some of these. This is what I did the last time. I don't know, this is kind of time consuming, so I'm probably not gonna do it right now. For now, I'm gonna just throw some little clips in there. But it didn't take too long. What time did I start? It was like, what, 3:30? I think it was, and it's 4:25. So it was like an hour. It kind of went fast because Karen called me, so I was on the phone with her for like an hour. So it kind of helped the process, which is great. Because I was definitely like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this because I was tired halfway through. But see, this to me is a perfect twist. This is perfect. It's nice and thick from start to finish because I had a decent amount of hair in there. They started getting a little thinner towards the front because I was trying to make them look full and I was trying to make sure they was even. And some of them are going to be different sizes. I don't really care about that because I'm not trying to be perfect with it. I just wanted it to look, you know what I'm saying, a certain way. So yeah. So that's that. And we're just randomly putting clips in. I don't have no special, position where I want them, but you can see how the top is braided. The top is a lot flatter. I've done it to where I twisted the roots before and it looked nice. It definitely looked nice, but it just didn't hold up for a long time. It just didn't. When I braid my roots, it holds it a lot longer. So I'm gonna just randomly put some clips here. We're gonna use a clip. Like Star's gonna put a clip in something. Believe that. That's a good one too. That's a real good one. Nice and long and it's straight and it's all the same size. That's a good one. I feel like I need one right here. You know, if you're gonna use clips, you just put them wherever you feel like you need something. Let me see where I'm missing some in the back. This one right here. This is a thick one. I made this one way too big, but it's all right. I could probably split that up and make it into two, but I'm definitely not doing that right now. She's fine. Should have put it right there. I gotta put another one right there. All right. So that's about it. Let me see. No, I might need one on this one too. Was it this one? Yeah. I need to slide that down a little bit. Okay. So this is where we are. The last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and oil my scalp a little bit. Y'all know how to oil the scalp, so I don't need to show you how to do it. The parts are already there, so we're just going to put it in there. Boom, boom, boom. But this is basically it. This is how I do my mini twists. I'm going to leave them down for today just because I just did them and I want them to completely dry. If I try to like style it right now, it's going to... You know how your hair dries in whatever style you put it in, so I gotta leave them straight so that they'll just dry the way that I want them to dry. And then when I'm ready to put them up, I'll style them. But this is what we have right now. Nice, healthy, juicy mini twist. And I mean, not really mini, but you know, twist. We're just gonna call them twists because some of them is mini, some of them is, you know, whatever the case is. But if you got all the way to the end of the video, you might as well subscribe because why not? Don't forget to give me a like if you like the video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.